That's Mike.
And that's Toya.
And this is Tech Beats and Bytes.
We always have our superhero music for our superhero guests that we bring to the stage. But first and foremost, let's give a round of applause to our DJ Selfborn, for holding us down. You feeling all right tonight, Self?
I'm feeling great, my brother.
We need some funny questions tonight because the Antisocialites, I'm going to tell you how hard it was just to get them on the show. That's going to be the first joke of the day. We go there. I'm telling you. We go there.
Don't start this pettiness.
You on the stage with KP, King Petty.
Me.
Let's give a round of applause to the Antisocialites. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yes.
Raise the roof.
So I'm going to tell you just how antisocial these ladies are. It took us 4.5 weeks to get a name, to get a last name,
Don't
to
do
get
them
a.
like that.
Nah, y'all popular. Y'all popping
Man,
though.
y'all hit me late night. I go to bed. I'm in the bed by 10 p.m.
I mean, you do stick to the antisocial part of your name. I'm like,
No, okay, so
how you in clubs and you not responding to me at
the
11 o'clock?
Please break it
Of
down.
course they're going to break it down.
It's
Go.
not antisocial. We are antisocialites.
So
Okay.
don't forget the lights. Your prefix.
So you
your
need
suffix, and your root words.
you need to explain this to the people.
Yeah.
See, I threw that alley.
You didn't even have to tell her to unpack it.
Right. What is a socialite?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go. Tell us.
I'm asking you.
To me,
To you.
I don't know. I'm an introvert. I only do this for the money. So I really don't like people. I'd really rather be at home right now.
I just asked you, what is a socialite?
Okay, a socialite
And
to
you
me
gave
is
me- oh, no.
somebody that is strategically at certain events in certain places for any form of public exposure to be seen and to communicate maybe a brand and a persona that they want to portray.
Persona mainly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So for us, you know, we know where we at. We are Miami Beach. And to those that don't live out here, they view Miami as South Beach. And they don't really know the communities that are within Miami area, Miami-Dade. So Vina and I, being that we are outsiders, she's from Philly, I'm from Cali. We've been in this city for over 10 years collectively.
Yes.
And we want to shine light to the other communities that are part of Miami-Dade County, South Florida. So we're not the typical girls that are always on the scene to be seen. We're out here with a purpose. So we're
Basically.
anti-socialites.
Does that
But
make
you
sense?
were breaking down the stereotypical Miami club girl.
Yes.
Right.
We
So,
has a little bit more to offer. So we're
Image.
anti the hype. And
Right.
we actually have some type of substance.
We're just going to
and
look up
something.
the word socialite and read the
You
definition.
go ahead and you do that.
Keep on going, though.
Petty self. It's not what we're going to do tonight.
All night.
but so look, while he's looking up the definition, tell us about
you, Toya, 'cause you know I'm looking
Antisocialite,
it
your
up.
movement, and your podcast. Give us a little, lay the groundwork for us.
Basically, that's both of our personalities. We are those girls that we're on the scene, but we're not on the scene without a purpose. We
Okay.
both have college degrees. We both study communications. This is something that, you know, we're passionate about. We're not on the scene just to take pictures and look like we're popping, you know, and that's what it's come to in this day and age. I just seen a tweet about people renting, you know, airplanes and jets just to take a picture. We're anti that. It's so much more to offer here in Miami. There's
Yeah.
events and podcasts and places like this that we want to shine light on, and all people know is the beach, and it's just so much more to offer. So that's what we're trying to do. And as far as the podcast, coming back to it, this is something that we've both been trying to do separately on our own, and it just made sense at the time to do it together. So
Nice.
you know, it was a thought. We
Yeah.
put it into perspective. We made something happen, and now we are the Antisocialites,
Yes.
a year strong.
Antisocialites
So-
LLC.
Yes, we do have our paperwork.
So
right.
This is not just a thought.
the
anymore.
definition of socialite, a person who is well known in fashionable society and is fond of social activities and entertainment. So in theory, you guys aren't anti-shit because that's exactly what you do.
No, we don't.
No, no, no.
You do it for a non-hype culture. You do it for a different perspective. So
Yes.
even if you're bringing that light to Overtown,
Yes.
you're still a socialite. You're just not a popular. You're not a populist socialite.
But our purpose is not just entertainment, though.
Okay,
This to be informative and
Yeah.
educate.
that's what I
So
wanted
let
to
us
hear.
educate
So
you.
some of the things aside from entertainment that we do is we get involved with the community. So you mentioned Overtown.
That means a lot,
So we did cover the Overtown Music Festival.
Okay.
Put on by Headliner Market Group, and we've also visited Florida Memorial University to get the students to vote, and we got perspective from them about why they're voting, why they don't want to vote, and we try to go into into the community to make sure that we're touching our base and our demographic.
So your social activities truly expand beyond entertainment
Yes.
because you're trying to educate a community.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all know I'm gonna give y'all a hard time
Oh, no,
because I
it's
think
all right.
y'all are
You
dope.
can give.
So.
We
We
got.
good.
We can back that up.
I mean, y'all fire
forget-
back. I done seen y'all shows, so I know y'all snappy, so I
little
came
bit.
prepared.
Even on Saturdays, we're painting walls in Miami Gardens.
That's
right.
That's what's
Like
up.
it's like I said, it's just more to it than just taking pictures and being out at stuff that looks like fun. We're
That's
working.
And
Fantastic.
also just to touch base, because the reason why we emphasize that is because, you know, there's an age group that's coming up, and you can see it in the rap. You know, everyone's kind of like pointing out these new artists that come through, and unfortunately and fortunately, you know, we have a younger generation coming up behind us that don't understand that there is hard work that goes into a lot of this. So when we do our podcast interviews, the people that we do interview, we like to see the backstory and get them to talk about the hard work that it took for them to get there.
Right.
So, you know, we just want to shine light on industries, perspectives, community, and entertainment.
Okay, so now that we're done talking about you guys' amazing company, let's go ahead and get into the controversy.
Okay, we ready.
So, what's been some of the struggles to women of color pursuing a podcast and actually trying to educate people? What's been some of the struggles you guys have been going through?
One of the main ones is people don't know what a podcast is. You know, it's already hard enough to get people to pay attention to important things
Right.
to them. So to get them to take the time out to listen to a podcast and hear that information or be inspired, that's been a struggle in the beginning.
Are you guys, because I've seen some of the videos, so are you kind of transitioning? Are you going to do the podcast and the videos? So are you going to still go strictly podcast?
No, we still do our podcast. We are about to drop a podcast next week. Can't say who our guest was.
But she's important.
But she's a major figure in Miami. But we have a new residency at Brick in Wynwood. So we do a live podcast every third
right around the
Sunday.
corner.
Yeah.
Right.
So the purpose of that was just to kind of bring a different energy to the day party, but also bring industries together at once, because we can only hit so many people individually.
Right.
So we're trying to get, like, you know, different industries to come through and rep. So we had Win Media Link. So we invited major prominent South Florida media to come. And then this Sunday, we're going to do Win DJs Link. So we're getting some prominent DJs in South Florida to come through.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Like a little
So when
networking
you guys
experience.
turned 1, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Yes.
I know you had a huge shindig and a lot of people came out. What did it feel like to reach that milestone?
Because we haven't done it yet, so we're just
Right,
trying to
look,
prepare
But y'all
ourselves.
on your way.
yeah.
It felt amazing. It felt amazing to see people like our past. So we interviewed our past guests as well as new people that day. But it was just amazing to see how many people came out to support us. And it was definitely worth it. Like, it just felt so good. The energy was good. We were on a high. We did about 9 interviews that day. And it went so well that we now have that residency at Brick House to do live podcasts every one Sunday of the month, every third Sunday.
Oh, cool.
So it turned out
Okay.
into be.
So that's how
something-
it turned into the live
Exactly.
event.
Yeah.
Nice.
And one thing
Got to
I-
show and prove.
Yeah, and one thing
Yeah.
I noticed was I didn't realize how many relationships we created, because the important thing is not to just make an impact like visually. Like, we can talk to you guys and say, hey, what's up? But like that relationship that you build within the time that we first meet until the second time you see us, that's what Vina and I pride ourselves in. So we didn't realize, like, damn, we really built all these relationships, and these people came out off the strength of just saying, like, we fuck with the Antisocialites.
We could curse, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can curse.
Okay. Don't want to.
People out here with their kids this late, it's on them.
Right, it's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay.
This is an adult show. It's an adult show.
Rated R.
So, who's been one of your most entertaining guests?
Well, one of them over there, DJ EFN,
Yeah.
And another one is right next to him.
and Teach, he came through.
Yes.
But I don't know. Aside from them
Did Teach
two,
give you one of them big Teach sermons about?
oh yeah,
He
we
was
had to
very
direct
passionate
him
about-
in the
yeah.
interview.
We was about to be there for about 3 hours.
Yo,
But
what was he drinking?
Nothing. He came straight from work, brought us some food.
That's
we
when it's
appreciate
worse.
it.
When
Like,
Teach ain't drinking, he about to take you to church. Teach gonna give you that whole lesson on life in about 3 hours. Like, you gonna sit down and listen to this story.
We Teach took us to church. Shane
Yeah.
took us to church. Shane challenged our Shane of Headliner Marketing Group. He
yeah.
pretty much changed in the House of Wings.
Yeah.
He challenged us to really think about some of the things and some of the questions
He's real
that we
big
were
on
asking.
Overtown.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was dope to see how many people that are here that are trying to make a change and that are reinvesting in the community and
Right.
trying to, and being entrepreneurs and helping other people create jobs and things like that. So that was That's dope. Who else? Females.
Females, I think it was fun because we caught Jizzle, who is Diddy's protege, and she's a songwriter. We caught her during
Art Basel.
Art
We
Basel.
went to her hotel.
So that was
to go
exhilarating.
meet. Yeah, that's
was
like
fun.
Diddy's protege. She's really dope. She's in
Is that like code word for somebody else Diddy want to date, but he just can't?
No.
Nah,
She
he can't date her.
doesn't.
She
Yeah,
don't
she's
swing
not
that
on
one.
that team.
That's brother love now.
But she's a songwriter. Jazzy was good too. I don't know who else. We had a lot of
Rico
of
Love.
great people. That was
Yeah,
definitely-
Rico Love is real smart.
Yeah.
We've had him
He
on the
gives a
show
good
too.
Yes.
Oh, I was here. We covered this
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
We covered it. See,
Oh.
we're
Yeah,
media
you're on our
coverage, too.
website,
Oh, word.
right?
Yeah.
With whole recap coverage. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's dope.
So
We'll
going
appreciate
back,
that support.
going back to the topic about podcasts and how difficult it is to get people to understand what a podcast is. From the industry side, do you guys feel that there's support within other podcasters and what you guys are doing? Or, what has it sort of been like for you to be females who are doing your own show on a podcast?
I definitely think podcasters support each other. But I also think on the other spectrum, you do have to network yourself because her and I traveled to like music conference. Like one of our favorite music conferences are A3C in Atlanta because it's so easy.
Oh, that was just a couple of months ago, right?
Right. And every time I go, like I connect with so many people. So we meet other podcasters and they do support us. What's hard is getting you meet someone, they say, hey, I love what you're doing, but you could tell they're not listening to the podcast. Like they like your Instagram post, but they don't listen. So sometimes that doesn't translate.
So we do try to educate people. Can you, I know you guys are on the upcoming like us, so you're not right at that point where you're monetizing off the podcast yet. But can you explain to some people the business of a podcast, like what it takes to get to that level of having followers and having subscribers? Because a lot of people,
equipment.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's just one of those things where you come out of nowhere and they don't realize the years of grind that we put on before you actually get that recognition.
It literally starts. You have to be consistent. You have to. When it. For those who just think that it's Instagram, of course we have to post. We have to be consistent. I think why people started really taking to us is that we were dropping podcasts every week.
Okay.
And we continue to do that up until this year. And then we transition because we're working on different things at the moment. But one thing was being very consistent and putting out that content to keep people interested. And also having great visuals to go behind the content. And then just going like this, hey, this is what we do. Go to that little purple dot and actually, if we're talking about it, we subscribe people to it.
Oh,
this
okay.
is what we do. You don't understand it, it's right here. So
Right, real aggressive. Let me do it for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let me get your phone off you. Hide them little
Take
naked
it.
pictures. Hide the news. Let me get that phone
I don't
off
know
you.
what a podcast is. Oh, it's right here. And it's free, And I introduce you to other podcasts as well.
And you're your own brand. So, of course, you need the right equipment. Her and I both gotten people inquiring about, like, what software do you use? What mic do you use? Like, we literally went out and bought one mic. We have a Blue Yeti.
All right, Nas. One mic.
One mic, yeah. And then it turned into buying two mics, and it's just trial and error. But then also, our website, because if you refer people to your podcast, but you don't have something to back you up and show your brand, they might not catch on as quickly or become subscribers. So
Yeah. And I like what you guys, because you like you said, you have a complete package. You have a website, you have branding, you have merch.
Yeah.
Do you sell merch?
Yes, we do. Our merch is on the-antisocialites.com. So we sell T-shirts, hats. We're going to be moving into some jackets.
I guess we got to start making T-shirts.
Yeah.
I got one on. But
Because it does help fund the business.
Right.
Because, it's not just about monetizing the ads. Of course, you can get that with your podcast. But also, you want people repping you when they go to other cities. I've seen people post in Maryland, Philly, Cali, hey, I'm wearing your shirt. That helps.
And I have a friend that wears the shirt almost every day. I don't know why. Like, I need to give her
dope.
another
That's why.
need to buy her another shirt. Give her some.
Exactly. Aside
She
from
just
that,
get one out the strength of being a supporter. Just
right,
take
but
this.
she
Send that girl a
just
shirt.
loves the
Right.
shirt.
Send that girl a shirt.
Aside from that, you also need to find other ways that you can make money aside from just the ads. Like you said, we have merch, but then if you're a brand, you can have seminars. If you're able to give that information to people, like there's so many other things you can do. You can throw a party, but or do something more informative. Whatever it is, whatever your thing is, you need to be able to do that and not just look towards ads or sponsorships, because that's cool. But right now, you can take hold of it yourself.
Yeah, and I know both of you kind of come from a music background, promotions and events. How
I
much
saw
of that
something
played?
about Slip and Slide Records.
Right.
Yeah, that was me.
Don't think we weren't gonna miss that part. Go ahead.
Absolutely not. But how much did that play into the work that you're doing now? Did that really sort of set you up to be able to position yourself in the marketplace and make some headway, or did you still have to learn a lot when you first started?
Yes, well, the relationships were easier because you could talk to different people in those industries. But aside from that, in Slip and Slide, I was the college marketing director, and I also did the radio and things like that. So it was marketing. You had to figure out strategies to get yourself out there, get your artists out there and their product. And the same thing, Felicia, that's your background. You actually went to college for that.
For
so,
marketing, yeah.
You know, like, because you worked at Circle House.
Well, yeah, I interned at Circle House. I was a social media coordinator, so I worked closely with Miami Comedy Fest. And I actually proposed in 2011 to be the interviewer for all the comedians on the Step and Repeat. So I was just trying to put myself out there, but also learn Miami. Because, again, we're not from here. So you have to learn a whole new market. And I watched people deal with high-profile artists and also up-and-coming artists such as Vina did, too. So we both had our backgrounds in the music industry in Miami before we did this.
So what were like two of the best things you guys learned between Slip Inside and between Circle House? What was what was one of the most important lessons that was able to transfer to you actually building your platform?
Wow.
Because I know Ted's work ethic. I know how he moves.
Yeah. Well, Slip and Slide was more of, you had to be independent. You had to believe in it, what you brought to the table, and you just had to work towards it. Like, nothing was handed to you. You pretty much you were your own boss. And to see, like, a perfect example is Mary Carmen. She's the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop Miami. We both got our internship at the same time at the Improv Miami. She was actually the hostess, and I just happened to be with a friend of mine who worked there. Mm-hmm. And I was a communications major. She was the waitress. She ended up getting an internship, and look at her now. Like, she's executive producing her own thing. She went more into the booking side of it. Mm-hmm. I was doing more college radio and staying on that board. So, like I said, we're both moving in our own industries, but you had to be the one to take hold of what your path was going to be. Like, it wasn't just going to happen out of nowhere. Nobody gave you anything. Yeah. So you had to grind it out.
That's right.
One of the most important things I learned was in this city, okay, no shade, but there are a lot of people that are putting on for stuff that they're not even responsible for. So do your due diligence, do your research.
Hold on. You got to unpack
Let that marinate a little bit.
You're not going to say that and just glaze over it.
No, I'm going to go into it a little bit more.
Please, go ahead.
Because there's a lot of people in the industry that we all want to get somewhere, but there's some people that lie about their titles,
say that one more time.
What
there's
they
some people
really
that do what exactly are they doing?
Embellish the truth.
So
say it one more time. Just say it one more time. Just rewind it so we won't have to edit it. Say it one more time.
If you trying to get up in a certain industry, whether it be music, tech, marketing, whatever, you have to know who the boss is and who isn't, because you might be wasting your time trying to talk to somebody who really don't have the connect or the plug.
None at all.
And instead of wasting your time, find out who that person really is so you can go directly to them or, find out a way to get to them. Because the problem was, as an intern, you're told, go do this, go do that. But if you're not paying attention, you might really just be going at the wrong person.
See, that's one of my things. I'm going to give one of these little fun facts. I've been trying to tell people. I'm not driving more than 20 minutes if we ain't putting money on the table.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Everybody I don't know if this is a South Florida thing. Look, man, you ain't a train ride away. I'm not trying to meet with you to talk about something that I could have said no to over the phone. If you want me to drive to you, make sure we putting some money up on the table or we got something real to talk about.
Right.
Because gas is not free.
No.
And my time, I went to a meeting. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go to the meeting. I said, I'm going to just let the young man come to me. So he comes to my office, and we're about 6 minutes into the conversation. I'm literally timing it at this point because I'm just that petty at that point. I'm all the way. 6 minutes into it, and I was like, he got at least 9 minutes. 7.5 minutes, I just stopped him, and I was like, hey, my man, check this out. Do you know what the hell I do? He was like, yeah, I was just wondering, with the basis of your network, like, see, you said something. I need to talk to your boss, not you, because you selling the shit that I would talk to your boss about.
Right.
So you still got to go to somebody else to get approval for the things
Right.
that I'm going to sign off on
He
for
can't
right
make the
now.
decision.
You ain't the person I need to talk to. And people
Right.
be like, that's kind of arrogant. Call it what you want, but when you in something for 20 years, I've earned my stripes to be arrogant for you not to waste my time.
I feel you.
So if we gonna have a meeting,
Right.
make sure you the one that know how to cut the check or you got permission to cut the check. If
Exactly.
not, bring the person that's cutting the checks with you, because I could be taking a nap. And it's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, because
security
sometimes
bag.
like people will
Lot of
email us
traffic.
and not be specific about what they want from us. So
I be
know-
sending them back 60. You saw how I did y'all.
I be like,
what's your
Vina,
what do you do?
I'd be like, what does this person want? She'd be like, I don't know. I'd be like, well, I'm not meeting them nowhere unless they tell me in an email what
What it is
exactly
about.
they want, because
it's not down the
time.
street.
There is
It's
Skype,
like West Palm Beach,
FaceTime, WhatsApp.
Fort Lauderdale.
I don't
Google
care if you
Chat,
6.
all of that stuff.
Look, the thing is, you can be 6 miles away. I don't want to crank up my car if we ain't talking about money.
I don't want to get on my bed.
I just don't want to. I'm not driving to have a conversation for you to sell me a dream.
Okay, well, thank
'Cause
you, because you just put me
We
on.
know what not to do.
Call me. We don't gotta meet for
Like, we
that.
can talk on the phone.
Exactly.
I'm all about talking on the phone.
If
There's
you need-
FaceTime, there's Skype.
If you
there's
need
so
to
much
see
shit.
my facial expressions to match the sarcasm,
Video conference.
video conference
Conference
me.
me.
I can give you that same shade right through. You can
Right.
get the same vibe
It's the
right
same
through Skype.
face.
I,
It's the same face.
I
Same
look
face.
at the phone just like this, like what?
I'll be,
What are you
face-
talking about? My body language is just as jacked up on.
My looks could kill.
Right.
Look,
Half the
look,
time I don't want to be on video, no way, because you may catch me doing something else.
we be in meetings. I just have to start
What
looking
is
away. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I was paying attention. What you say now? What you
Right.
say?
No, I
Oh,
wasn't.
what? You
So,
call my name? Oh.
Were you talking to me at that
Yeah,
point? Because
I
I really got bored.
Yeah.
So
Man.
I've actually said that.
Conference
in
calls on mute.
Wow.
Cleaning the house,
we
vacuuming.
I don't take no calls from your ass.
You probably just send me an
Just
email.
text me.
That's horrible. No, we do really great business. We're not that ratchet.
No.
Yeah,
They were very
Classy
professional.
ratchet.
not that ratchet when money come in. But self-born, can we get our question from you
Man.
real quick, sir?
Well, I'm wondering, do we want to go silly or do we want to be intelligent?
Whatever your
gotta
gut
wrap
feeling.
it up.
Look, go with your gut. I say you want to almost go intelligent because we about to hit them with the fun stuff in the quick
Yeah.
six.
And I actually got a real question with the atmosphere of everything that's going on right now. As successful entrepreneurial women, give me an example of somebody that either came at you sideways, a funny way, something that was almost questionably inappropriate, and give us an example of how you dealt with it very professionally. So give an example for
Y'all got them think
those
faces
new-
on like y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I will say nobody has came at us crazy, but there has been people who have asked us to do things for
free?
Yes, but at the same time, we are humble enough to know when we have an opportunity to seize it. But I think we had to kind of like put our think tanks on, like, okay, if this
Does this make
person
sense?
doesn't have a budget, they want us to do this, what do we get out of it? And just to come at them,
Drop the mic.
come at them, come at them professionally, but
Puns
also
and action intended. Drop the mic, goddamn. We not doing. But you're right. You know, a lot of people in Miami want you to spend your time for free, and I'm like, be respectful of the brand and be respectful of
Yeah.
the expertise people are bringing to the table.
Right.
Yeah, but we're very fortunate enough, and I think it goes with how we present ourselves as well, that nobody's came at us crazy or, inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it hasn't
Okay.
happened in the past.
Well,
but-
even with that, give an example of like, what did you do? How did you respond? Because I think there's a lot of people
okay.
out there.
We can't two-part it. Y'all know the format. We got a timer. We got to keep it under 30 minutes,
Okay,
so we
yeah.
editing stuff out.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that in the Q&A. All right, so let's get into the quick six. See, this is the part of running the podcast. You got to actually manage time.
Yes.
We only got attention spans for so long. After 30 minutes, people start phasing out.
Okay.
Question number one: who was your favorite interview that you got to do on your show? Yeah, I know you got people here that you
Oh,
interviewed in the
man.
past, but don't be
Damn.
lying. Who was the favorite?
No.
We had like
I don't-
40
I just need
interviews.
one.
This past interview was it was great just because it's
Is
in-
this the one where
That's
you're
when
not
we
going to
can't
say
say
the
the
name?
name.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not going to say the name, but you guys will know on what, Monday?
That's a hell of a plug
Friday?
to make somebody watch.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
have to
not
watch
tell
it.
you who this amazing
Listen,
person was. But
Just know that she's a boss bitch. She runs shit. She's in the industry that we would like to be in, and when I say she commands and she demands her respect,
Ooh, I'm almost feeling Mona Scott.
I wish, but then I would feel I would feel indifferent about having a conversation with her.
A very fun interview
That's
that
a whole
we
nother
did
conversation.
was Petey Crack and Eskino.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Like, that was fun.
love.
I can see that being fun.
That was super
It was
fun.
hard to keep up with Oskino because he was talking real fast. But we were all kind of lit off the what they bring, Moet,
Yeah.
Rosé.
Speaking of lit, what's your drink of choice?
Oh, I like whiskey.
What kind of whiskey?
Ooh,
Canadian whiskey.
Okay.
Anything.
Old school ass drinking with your uncle.
I just
Give
like
me that
vodka.
Canadian whiskey.
I just like vodka.
Yeah, just like a vodka.
I like to turn up.
All right.
Like a
So
little bit.
we play superhero music.
Right.
But if you had to pick your superhero theme, what would be the song we would be listening to?
Oh man.
Superhero theme, like a real superhero song.
For you,
For you.
you don't see yourself as a superhero?
What would be your theme music
That's why
playing
you
in
on
your
this
ear when
stage.
you're walking down the street?
Anything from the Bay Area. Too Short, E40, something.
Okay.
I don't know, Allure, Jay-Z, or Imaginary Player. Jay-Z.
That's
both
the-
of
Good
them.
record.
Yeah.
Very good record.
Just Jay-Z.
Very, very
Any
good.
Jay-Z
I
song.
got
But
you.
both those two first.
What do you want your headline to be in 5 years on, let's say, the Miami Herald or New Tropic, if that's more your flavor?
Winning again.
You said what?
Winning again.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Antisocialites
Winning
break
again.
new records.
Yeah.
Okay.
Across the board. As the number one media, everything.
If you could
of everything.
interview one person, dead or alive, and it can't be Biggie or Tupac.
Jay-Z.
Okay. That was easy.
I would love to interview Angie Martinez.
Really?
That would
Yeah.
be fun.
I think you can make that happen.
We got a
We
drop
got a
from
drop
her.
from her already.
Make the interview
We
happen.
kind of we gave her a T-shirt. I don't know if she wore it, but hope so.
All right. Go ahead, Toy.
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh.
Damn it.
Dinner and an interview is a lot different.
It's different. It's a different
different
purpose.
conversation.
Yep.
Dang. Can I switch it then?
You can switch. You don't have to be the same, but this is different.
I would rather have dinner with Jay-Z because he's going to bring Beyonce. And then we
think?
can talk business talk.
And you'll have a whole other conversation with
Right.
him versus on air.
He might
right.
come by
And
himself.
I would like to interview Queen Latifah.
That's
I
dope.
think that'll be cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Okay, if you could smoke one with. All right, never
Yeah.
mind.
That's,
Oh yeah.
I don't smoke.
I quit smoking actually, but Snoop.
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. I mean, I
Snoop
think that
and
would just be
Wiz.
fun.
So I
Snoop
bring
and-
Wiz, you bring
Yeah.
Snoop, and it's a party.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Toy, you want to close us out?
Where will we see Antisocialites in 5 years?
On a tizoo.
Yes, I believe that our brand is gonna go more towards television, maybe internet radio, and you'll definitely see us as a lifestyle brand. So more merch,
More content.
Yeah, more content. We're definitely putting out more creative content, and you'll just see us more nationally in 5 years.
Nice.
That's a fact.
That part.
That's exciting.
That part.
So, since I had to get this email 13 times, it is the Antisocialites.
That part.
I don't know what you're talking about 13 times.
It's only 6 threads. Like, I don't even know how you exaggerated to another 7.
Because when you got like 8 companies, more than 2 emails becomes a lot.
Listen,
Precise
Right, they
communication.
like, that's not their problem.
at all.
Right.
They don't care.
condense, consolidate.
We here though. We here, okay? We was supposed to be here before the hurricane. It hit. We
Irma
here.
threw us all off,
Yes,
but we've been
yes,
ready.
Yes.
Well, y'all just wanted to make sure y'all was here on a certain day. When DJ EFN came, y'all wanted to be here.
That was how it was presented to us.
Yeah, it was presented to
I
us that
know.
way.
Oh, okay,
We
then.
know the art of the pitch. We run businesses.
So then you give what you say.
we execute.
You do what you say.
You are here, right?
Right.
You are here.
I appreciate you.
Look,
We're going to have to do this again.
get them.
All right, yeah. So, I hope you've enjoyed the first part of this day, but let's give a round of applause to these young ladies and all their accomplishments.
Thank you.
So excited to have y'all with us this evening. It was fun.
So, thank you to World Famous House of Mac Knight Foundation and Digital Grass and Timeline Brewery. If you have not made your way to the bar, make sure you go get yourself an old-fashioned brown sugar ale. You will find that at the bar. But thank you very much, guys, for your time. We'll be back for part 2.